And we're in, y'all. Y'all. Hello? Is it working? Okay, it is. Welcome back to our Monday. It's not Monday. It's actually Saturday, right? The 2nd. But it'll be Monday when you hear this. You know that.
Woo!
You're not stupid.
This is not episode 57. This is episode 59.
Well, I can't wait till we get to episode 69. That's going to be the day.
Yeah. I feel like we have to do like a Nicki Minaj album.
We should do No Strings Attached by NSYNC.
For episode 69?
Yeah, I don't know why. I just love that album.
Oh, boy.
Anyway.
Well, this week is our little boy, Bon Iver.
Little boy.
This morning I said, we're doing Bon Iver. And Evan goes, who's that? And I said, you may know him as Bon Iver. And he goes, oh, yeah.
His name, that's not even his name. This is actually the band name, technically, if you want to get really technical. Also, I'm just going to give a disclaimer. I have a cold, well, like the remnant. You know when you have a cold and your body is sick, and then you get over that part, and then your head is just a balloon for like the next 3 days? I'm in the balloon phase. So if I sound like trash, you're going to have to just deal with it. Sorry.
You may hear me slurping tea.
Slurping, yeah. I have a coffee in a jar and my little metal straw because I am environmentally conscious.
Mm-hmm.
But oh shit! Yes, it was aggressive. Today we are talking about Bon Iver. So let me tell you a little bit about it. So Bon Iver started in 2006. It was founded by the lead singer Justin Vernon. He released their debut album For Emma Forever Ago independently, and I think this is really cool. That's the album with like Skinny Love and shit on it. Mm-hmm. That album was recorded while he was isolated for 3 months in a cabin in like the cold of Wisconsin or some shit. And he recorded it all completely by himself, and so that's why it sounds the way it sounds. And he originally wasn't gonna like release it. He was just gonna use it as demos, and people were like, no, you need to release it like this. And now it's like every person ever knows. Everybody that wore a collared shirt with a sweater over it at one point in their life listened to Skinny Love and looked out the window. Do you know what I mean? Like, yeah. Everybody's been there. So yeah. So in when was their second album, their self-titled second album? I didn't get the release date because I'm stupid, but in 2012, they won a Grammy for Best New Artist. And then in 2016, they released their third album, 22 A Million. And this album was released on August 7th. I literally could not pinpoint the exact release date, probably just because I'm stupid, but I literally could not find it. But it was between the 7th and the 9th when it was released. So brand new, brand spanking new. I wrote that this album is absolutely fucking chaos, and I love it. Pitchfork gave it an 8.8 and gave it Best New Music, which I agree wholeheartedly.
Well, they also gave Peppa Pig's album of Best New Music. So.
Well, shh. You're so loud.
Oh, I was literally just going to ask you this, but you wrote it on here.
What?
Bon Iver means good winter.
Oh, yes. So actually, I was reading the Wikipedia of how that came about. So let me pull it up so I know. So in 2006, like, he had mono. Yeah, mono. And so he moved back to Wisconsin, and he was like bedridden in his dad's cabin, and that was when Bon Iver first entered his mind. He began watching the 1990s TV series Northern Exposure, which talks about citizens in Alaska, and Bon Iver. It says pronounced Bon, some IPA spelling. I should know that. I had to learn it, but I don't know it. It means good winter. So that's where it came from. He was cold and he was in bed with Bono, and that's why it's called Bon Iver. Anyway, so yeah, for all you mother effers out there that say Bon Iver, go back to Yee Yee and shut up. Okay. So, anyway, yeah, on Spotify, they have about 7 million monthly listeners and about 2.3 million followers. Did I say 7 monthly listeners? Did I say 7 million?
I don't know. You wrote 7 million, but you only wrote 2.3 followers.
Listen, it has been a day already, and it's 10 a.m., so it's fine. But yeah, so that's kind of the history. And as we talked about last week, you said that Bon Iver for you is one of those people that you have to kind of listen to in small doses. And I get that. This album is a lot. And even like his first album were a lot, but this is like he just keeps evolving and getting weirder, and I'm here for it. So when I was away for Mary's bachelorette party, one of the other bridesmaids was like, yeah, I tried to listen to the new album before I went to bed, but some of his songs kind of scare me, so I did it. Which I get. Like the very first album was just, their very first track is just like, oh. So like I get how that'd be scary.
I was listening to it while I was making my tea this morning, and Evan goes, "This doesn't even sound like music."
You have to be elevated, Evan. You have to be really elevated to understand. Maybe if we had Bon Iver goes punk pop, then Evan would like it.
Maybe he might. Have you seen? So there's a new TikTok. There's one kid on TikTok that every day he turns a popular pop song into a punk song. And oh my god, they're so fucking funny.
You should send me them because now I don't know. I don't know what that is.
He did Old Town Road.
Oh, Jesus.
He just sings like
gonna
punk.
take my horse to the...
That's exactly what it is. And it's so good. It's so funny. And now there's a new feature on TikTok where you can do a green screen. So now he's adding like crowds in the background, so he looks like he's famous. Which is really funny.
So this is kind of not relevant to that, but it's relevant to TikTok. You guys should let us know should Taylor and I make a Music Mondays TikTok?
What?
And we should just put us doing stupid shit on there. Actually, we both have TikToks. I'm ashamed to admit it, but like follow us on TikTok.
I mean, I fully think that we should do a TikTok song episode because there's several playlists out there. With
That'd be funny.
All of the...
For episode 69, we can do TikTok songs.
Oh my god! All right, that's in the books.
That's set. Write it down. Write it down, y'all. I hate us.
Else we'll forget.
Yes, we will. I hate us so much. Okay, back to what we're supposed to talk about. What was your favorite, Taylor?
Either Amy or Nine. Mm-hmm. The second track or like one of the last. So here's my thing.
There's a dog outside. Sorry.
This album sounds like Coldplay and Kanye had a baby.
Yeah. I think Kanye is like listed as influence. I saw briefly like an article title. It was like Justin Vernon talks this artist, and I saw Kanye's name.
Well, Young Thug's where'd it go? I just had it. Oh, Young Thug, his collaborator Wheezy has composing and production credits. So like, there's heavy like rap beat, pop beat influence. And I don't. I wrote sounds like Kanye, and then I have a couple other points, and then the last point was on second thought it sounds like Coldplay too. Coldplay and Kanye
sounds like Conplay.
Mm-hmm. Like if Coldplay and Kanye collaborated, it would sound like this.
Yeah, that's true.
Especially Kanye's newest album. I don't know if you listened to it, but
I didn't. I don't really listen to. I mean, I do listen to Stronger sometimes when I wanted to have a throwback, but I don't really listen to Kanye. Sorry, Chris. I don't listen to Kanye.
But there's some good beats in here. And I said it doesn't sound like the whiny old Bon Iver shit that I think of when people say his name. Mm-mm. And I like that.
Yeah. No, I had talked about that too. because, like, I mean, there is the very classic Bon Iver, like him layering himself over himself and the harmonies, the weirdness, and that. He definitely keeps that kind of motif a little bit through this album, but it's that on absolute steroids. And it's like if you took drugs, like hallucinogens, and then listened to his first album, you would have this album, is what this is like. Even if you didn't listen to his first album, if you were on drugs, this is probably what you would hear. And then you would see the walls drip or something, ridiculous. But yeah, this album makes me feel like I'm on acid, and I've never done acid. But I don't have to, because I can just listen to this. But yeah.
What's your favorite?
I couldn't really pick one. I really like Marion because it's kind of like the folky old Bon Iver-ishna. And I liked Faith because it was weird. It has the harmonies. And I also like Salem for the same reason. I could not pick a favorite because I liked them all. Actually, I didn't like We that much, but that was the only one. And I still like it. I just was like, this one's, I'm going to skip it.
The first one?
No, that's E. That's Ye. This one was just We, like W-E. I don't know, like, a week is not enough time for me to know or understand. I say that as if I understand anything that he's ever written about or said.
You know how he named the songs on this album?
He went, E, Ye, Me, Ye, We.
He went, Ye, She, We, Wombo.
My favorite track is Wumbo. Love that one. Wow. But yeah, here's a quote that I wrote, and it's really, y'all need to buckle up for this one because it's really deep and profound, and it really transcends the way that we think about music. Okay, I said there is a lot of what the fuckness, but he keeps the classic sound of 2006 Bon Iver. The end. That's it. That's all I had to say. Okay. So if you really, really, really let that sink in while I take a drink of my coffee. But yeah.
I kind of liked Hey Ma.
Yeah, that was the single off of this album. I think there was another single, but I don't know. This album was like a fucking spiritual awakening for me. Because every time I listen to Bon Iver, I just like, it hits different, But I think it's because it's just so weird and you're so like, what in the world were you doing? I love it. It's so good. But yeah. Also, this is not relevant to this album, but I was just like throwing it back. I was going through all of his old Spotify, and then I listened to Holocene, which is my favorite Bon Iver song ever. I cry literally that's one of the songs that like every time it's played, I like get emotional. I cannot hear it without being emotional. But that's irrelevant to this album. It doesn't have anything to do with it. So
when I turned on the album, I was like, ugh, I don't want to listen to Bon Iver. Like, I just didn't want to listen to him. And then I was listening to it, I was like, okay, I don't hate it.
Yeah.
I'm not going to listen to it again.
Right. This is
like,
not something that...
ever.
This is not a casual thing that you listen to. This is like, okay, you got to sit down. You got to buckle your seatbelt. You got to cover yourself up in a blanket probably, and you got to hold on tight because you're about to go through something. This is one of those albums that you have to you experience it. You don't just like listen to it, and it's a lot. Kind of hurts, but in a good way. I allow it. I totally allow them to keep ruining me emotionally.
So yeah, I was like, I don't hate it. I guess I'll continue to listen, and then I listened to it twice this week, and that's all.
Yeah. I listened to it a lot, but it was also like I have as much as I love Bon Iver, it was one of those things where it's like you gotta just like take a break for a second because you're like, this is a lot. There's a lot going on here. I gotta process. And it was like I was trying to like figure out what he was getting at. I don't know. I know that his last album was supposed to be. I wrote that it was a spiritual awakening for me, jokingly, but like his last album, like, legitimately was, like, his spiritual awakening in music.
Mm-hmm.
So I think I've seen this one be called, like, the sequel or the follow-up to that or whatever. I don't know. I don't think anybody understands what's going on inside of their brain, but...
Mm-hmm. So I have a question for you.
Yep.
How do you feel about Chance the Rapper?
I like Chance the Rapper. Do you want to do Chance the Rapper?
Yeah, so he came out with a new album like 2 weeks ago, and there's a lot of mixed feelings out there about it.
Ooh, so we can get into some controversy.
Yes.
Remember our last really controversial episode about Greta Van Fleet that didn't record the video, but it was 45 minutes long?
Yeah, I do remember that. You even wore your Led Zeppelin shirt.
I did wear my Led Zeppelin shirt out of spite. I haven't worn that shirt since that day. That's one of those shirts that I have, like, that I got at, like, Forever 21 a long time ago, because I was like, I love Led Zeppelin. I've listened to the Immigrant Song 3 times. And now I have it, and I'm like, why? It's got white sleeves. What?
I was watching a dumb YouTube video, because for some reason YouTube keeps feeding me, like, teenagers who are going back to school in their halls. For some reason YouTube wants me to watch that, and I could just keep watching.
I've been watching those too, actually.
More. And so one girl got a band tee, and I don't remember what band it was, but she was like, it was a Doors t-shirt.
Oh, Jesus.
And she was like, the Doors are great. Like, I've listened to their music before, but, like, I don't listen to them regularly, but who even cares? Who even listens to the bands that are on their t-shirts? And then she did, like, one of those, like, while she was editing, she recorded on her webcam. She goes, fucking everyone does. What are you talking about?
Yeah, true. I know. I, like, I try not to, I don't think I own any band t-shirts of bands that I don't actually listen to, because I'm a stickler. And it's, because it's always, I've also made a point, because it's like every time I wear a band t-shirt, people ask me about the band. And I'm like, I'm not going to be caught slipping and not knowing something. I'm not going to be caught slipping. I was so proud of myself the other day, because there's this guy that works at Urban, and he's like one of those guys that just knows everything about music ever, you know? Mm-hmm. And I wore my Pink Floyd shirt, and he started talking to me about Pink Floyd, and I was keeping right up with the conversation, and I was like, fuck yeah! Yeah! I had somebody try to talk to me about, I wore a Pink Floyd shirt one day at school. I'm not going to name names or anything, but somebody was like, oh, yeah, you like Pink Floyd? And I was like, yeah. And they're like, what's your favorite song? And I said, this song off of this album. And they're like, cool, I love Another Brick in the Wall. And I was like, of course you do. Like, yeah, well, so does everybody else ever. But that's it. That's all. Oh, God, working at Urban, obviously we saw a lot of band tees, but they're like the oversized ones that the girls wear with, like, track shorts underneath, so it looks like they're just not wearing pants. And so many teen girls. There was this one girl who was like, Mom, which one do you like better, the Van Halen World Tour or the AC/DC? And I'm like, you have no idea. You have no idea. You probably know Jump.
She listens to Bon Iver and doesn't listen to either of them.
No. So I wouldn't even go as far to say she listens to fucking Bon Iver.
No, she listens to...
If she listens to Bon Iver, she's listening to Skinny Love, and that's it.
Yeah, that's exactly what it... Like, she was on Tumblr at 2 a.m. hiding her computer underneath her covers because her mom's going to come in and catch her.
Yeah, for real.
And she's listening to Skinny Love while she scrolls through pictures of quotes and also girls with purses that are too expensive and their dogs.
Yeah. Quotes
not
written...
I'm not recapping
that was not me.
That I did.
That was not
when
me.
I was 17.
No, that was absolutely me when I was young. I thought I was so cool because I would like be on Tumblr and I would see quotes of like, you know, when it's like someone's mouth but they're blowing out smoke and there's a quote. It was like we were fire or you were rain or some stupid shit. You know that feeling when the rain stops when you go under a bridge? Well, you were my bridge.
Quotes of Adele's Set Fire to the Rain.
Yeah, for real. But no, my favorite genre of music. There is a bug on my window. Jesus, sorry. My favorite style of music is the girls at Urban trying to pitch to their moms why they need all this really overpriced clothing. That's my favorite song.
That's my favorite.
That girl who had the 2 T-shirts was like, and this is like, this will be really great for this, and like I can wear it that with this and that and this, and it's like,
Because
girl,
she's back to school shopping and you have to justify every purchase.
every time that we went back to school shopping, I got a new outfit, one new outfit, okay, and these people come in, and like that's fine if you have the money to spend on your children like that. Like if I had children and I had the money to spend on them, I absolutely would do it. But like, Jesus, really? Like, come on.
My mom took me to Plato's Closet and we would spend like 5 hours in there.
Yeah.
And I would get a whole new wardrobe for like, I would get probably $400 worth of clothes for $100 because we would go to fucking Plato's Closet. And so I would have a whole new wardrobe for school every year. But everyone was like, oh my God. And I was like, yes, bitch, I got this for $4.
Yeah, for real. Well, I've gotten shamed for shopping because I shop pretty much solely at Goodwill now because I've stopped caring about what I wear. Like, I just don't care anymore. But I said that, and people, like, I've gotten shamed. I had so many people ask me, literally, like, just last night, they were like, I wore, like, a buttoned-up cardigan and my Levi's and my white sneakers, and they're like, oh, my God, I love your outfit. Where'd you get it? I said, literally everything on my body is thrifted right now. Because they thought I got it all at Urban. I was like, no.
Well, Brandy Melville is, A, problematic, but B, they've been selling cropped cardigans lately, and so it's a style to wear your cardigan buttoned all the way up and tucked into your high-waisted jeans.
No offense, but I was on that train a long time ago. On that train in the winter. You know why I got on that train? Because I didn't feel like putting a shirt underneath it and matching it to something. So I was like, I'll button it. Fine.
Sometimes I have flashbacks to when we would wear camis with the built-in bras underneath every fucking t-shirt. And I just, like, think about how uncomfortable that was. Because now I just don't wear bras. Ever.
I don't either.
We would basically be wearing 2.
Yeah. Or, did you ever do the thing where you had, like, the cloth sports bra? It's Luke.
Yeah.
He got a haircut. What's up, BB?
Happy haircut.
Anyway, I had, like, the thin cloth sports bras, like the ones that didn't have any actual, like, support, and I'd put them over a bra.
To make
my, what non-existent boobs I had bigger. Luke's looking at me weird. Should we stop talking about this?
Yeah, we should. You guys can talk to us about your middle school wardrobe mishaps on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook. You can listen to this on YouTube, Spotify, Anchor, all of the above, anywhere you can find a podcast. Next week, as we said, we're going to be talking about The Big Day by Chance the Rapper. In the meantime, have a musical Monday.
In the meantime, get out there and fuck it up, y'all.
Okay.
Okay. Okay, bye.
Bye.
Bye, y'all. I just have saying y'all. God, jeez.